Good morning, it's Queen Cleo. Hey, I just wanted to come and I didn't do a video in a while, so I just wanted to come and talk to you guys about the holidays coming up, the pagan holidays. You see me teary-eyed because I just was listening to "Fill Me Up" by Tasha Cobbs, and I just was inspired to do this video because it's the pagan holidays, and it's really getting to me. Like, my family is still celebrating it, my extended family is still celebrating it, and it's just the disrespect of the Messiah is at its highest in this season. We're serving things that we don't know about. Like, the history of Thanksgiving, to me, is disrespectful to the Native Americans because they were slaughtered on this day. They taught the Gentiles how to grow their crops, how to be a people that can prosper, that who can do well if they're honest. But they killed them. They slaughtered them. They cut off the women's breasts. They really slaughtered the Native Americans, the Gentiles, and stole their, what they were taught and put their names on it. Native Americans were always people that knew about the land, that were connected that way. God intended for them to be that way. They were teachers also. There were other tribes. So the Gentiles, they were friendly to them. They were loving. They were inviting. And then it came to slaughter. So when you're celebrating Thanksgiving, you need to think about it, because they tell us in school, the Pilgrims came over. They were welcomed by the Native Americans, and they killed them after they taught everything. They were taught everything. They killed the Native Americans. So for my family and my friends to celebrate it, it's just hard. It's hard knowing the truth and telling my family in there, they're still struggling with it. Like, I want everybody to be separate. I want everybody to, hearken their heart to God, but everybody's not going to do that. So once I plant the seed, and once I spread the gospel like the Messiah told me to, it's nothing I can only pray. But you have a time limit, because he said, if you love me, keep my commandments. His commandments is following every 10 commandment. His commandment is not celebrating pagan holidays and doing pagan worship. That's not his commandments. His commandments are as follow, 1 through 10. His commandments are written down, so the commandments. So I don't have to say anything. But what gets me, we can go and do anything in this world, but once the Messiah has, told us what we can do and what we can't do, we're not following it. Christmas doesn't have nothing to do with the birth of Christ. Christ's birth never been recorded, and it's never going to be. The Messiah, you will never know what day he was born. It's not, and you're not going to find it, because he doesn't want you to find it. Well, as he don't want you to put a graven image in your house of him or wear a cross. He doesn't want that. He wants you to serve him how he said. And our families are celebrating this pagan holiday. This is a murder holiday. I don't want anything on my table on Thanksgiving. And I celebrated for 32 years, but 33 was the same age Jesus died. So if he woke my husband up and then woke me up, that says something. I'm you separate. I am special in his eyes. Israel was the apple of his eyes, and I'm of Israel. So I'm not debating any of this. If you choose to still celebrate this pagan holidays, there's going to be consequences for it. He tell you, you love me, keep my commandments. These are the feast days of the Lord. Leviticus, the 23rd chapter, tells you the feast days. They don't say anything about Thanksgiving. They don't say anything about Easter. They don't say anything about Christmas. The feast days, they say the Passover. They say the Feast of Unleavened Bread. They say Pentecost. They say Atonement. They say the memorial blowing of trumpets. They say Tabernacles. They say the 8th day. And I'm probably missing one. Well, dwelling boots, if I'm correct. But I have to go back and read, because right now, I'm feeling the spirit. So, you might stumble sometime. But at the end of the day, it's like the holidays got everybody in its trance. We don't have to celebrate Mother's Day. We don't have to celebrate Father's Day. We don't have to celebrate Valentine's Day. We don't have to celebrate Easter. We don't have to celebrate Thanksgiving. We don't have to celebrate Christmas. They're all pagan worship behind it. Rituals that we don't know about as Hebrews. The Gentiles know. Rome is the most psychotic nation. They're the most evil nation. They're controlling us mentally. That's how they're controlling us. Oh, Constantine just woke up one day, the emperor of Rome, and said, I don't want to serve on Saturday no more. I want to serve on Sunday. I want to serve the sun god. That's when you go to church on Sunday, that's who you're serving. You're not serving the Messiah. He told you, remember the Sabbath and keep it holy. That's the 4th commandment. The Sabbath is Saturday. We were never supposed to worship on Sunday, ever. So it's a direct disrespect to him. You serving on Saturday. You serve, it's a direct disrespect if you serving on Sunday. He told you to do Sabbath. I don't do anything on Saturday. I don't run my business on Saturday. I don't work on Saturday. I don't do anything, but I'm in that Bible. My family, we're in the Bible. So if I can do it, 32 years of my life living, untaught, living in sin, and he can correct me and upbuild me and uplift me. I've been blessed more this year than I've been blessed out 32 years of life. He has given me marriage. He has given me a home. He has given me a business. He has given me a job. He said, if you're faithful over the small things or like little things, I'll make you rule over many. He has opened doors for me that I never thought I would walk through. He has taken fear away from me completely. And I am whole right now. I'm full right now. Blessings have been coming left and right for me and my husband. And we're just trying to spread the gospel to our family. Like, you got to stop this. The only time you get together, the only time you see your family is on these pagan holidays. Why can't you just go call and be with your mama on another day? Why can't you go visit your brother on another day? Stop waiting. If you have strife within your circle, go make it right. I love my siblings. I love my sisters. I love my brothers. And I don't have no strife with them. I don't have no beef with them. I love them. And I'm praying for them. I want them to come into the truth. I want them to come into the knowledge of the true God. I also want my mother-in-law, my sister-in-laws, my brother-in-laws. I want everybody to come into the truth, because we have to stop this pagan worship. We are Hebrews. We are a peculiar people. We are of God. He does not want us serving on Sunday. He do not want us engaging in same-sex relationships. Yes, I said it. It's wrong. He doesn't want it. I don't speak on it often, but it's time to speak on it. That's not right. That's unnatural. God tell you that Adam and Eve, not Adam and everybody else. That's not right. And I might lose some, Facebook friends or followers, but at the end of the day, I serve God. I don't serve the world. So come away from this wickedness. Come away from all this stuff that you celebrate. Glorifying whoredom. Sleeping with multiple men, sleeping with multiple women. That's whoredom. Stop playing a harlot for these other gods. One God, one religion. God tell you, I will make it to where you can understand his word in every tongue. Every corner of the nation has a Bible where they can understand it. Whether Spanish, whether you're, Gentile, you're Hebrew, whatever race you are, or whatever tribe you're from, really, because that's biblical. God made it to where you can understand it. So we got to stop serving the world. Doing everything. Why do we do everything on one day? Like, you ever ask yourself that? Now I'm in the truth. Like, why do I need a calendar to tell me where to celebrate? I don't need to celebrate Christmas, because Christmas ain't got nothing to do with the birth of Jesus. The tree, he told you not to cut out the forest. He told you not to deck it. He told you not to decorate it. You're worshiping a tree. You're worshiping Christmas. You're not worshiping the Messiah. And you wouldn't be over there fighting over toys. You wouldn't be in there pushing people. You wouldn't be doing things that you do. You only love your spouse on Valentine's Day? You're supposed to love your spouse every day. I had to learn that. I was so involved, so, planning hard for these, holidays. False gods. Like, Valentine's were, the person who created it was sick. He was sick. Easter is sick because it's the devil's wife. Esther, the queen mother of heaven. She is the devil's wife. You're baking cakes for her. You're not baking cakes and celebrating the Passover. And he didn't resurrect he didn't die on Good Friday and resurrect on Sunday. He did not do that. That's not what the Messiah prophecy was. He died in the middle of the week. And he rose, and he was, up like 3 days later. So, he came to die for your remission of your sins. Like, he didn't have to calm down. He didn't have to, like, get off his, wherever he was. Like, I know he was in heaven. But I can't tell you the specific place where he was. But he was a being. Jesus didn't have to come down here. He was already a being. He was already here in heaven. He was up there with his Father. He didn't have to come and be beat, fed vinegar. Where his flesh even said, is this worth it for these people? He called out to his Father. His Father turned. He couldn't see his son in that light. But he was so proud that he was able to do that. That Jesus took upon himself to come and die for our sins. Adam and Eve, they did something that God told them not to do. He told you it's a tree of life and there's a tree of good, bad, and the knowledge of good and evil. Stay away from that. Just worry about the tree of life. But no, the serpent went and talked to Eve, and Eve ate it up. Because one thing about the devil, he was an angel, so he knows all of God. Everything of him. So he could tell you scripture. He can quote whatever. Because he was up there. And he wants to be like God. He wants to be so much like God. He is down here creating a ruckus. But God is allowing him to do it. He's allowing him to do everything. He hasn't asked God to bother you. So stop blaming the devil for everything. Because he has to be, oh, can I bother this person? He has to wait on an answer from God. He's still serving God. We serve God. G-O-D. It's no other God. One God, one religion. It's not no Buddha. It's not no Allah. It's not no whatever you calling your God. He's the Messiah. He's Jesus. He is Elohim. Yes, that's him. It's one God, one religion. He didn't create different religions. We are Hebrew Christians. That's what we are. Stop serving this world. Because you have to stop it. You have to know that you have to cut it off. Stop celebrating. Stop worshiping on the wrong day. Sunday is the sun. The big sun in the sky. That's where Sunday come from. Sunday. Sunday. That's what it is. Once we get off this high horse and once we stop being selfish. Stop being selfish. Don't argue with your neighbor. Don't argue with your coworker. Pray for them. I pray for everybody who praying against me. I tell God, please forgive those who don't like me. Please forgive those who don't want to see me succeed. And I'm empty. I let that go. I don't have a jealous bone in my body. I don't have a hatred in my heart for nobody. I pray for everybody. But, it's people going to see the light that God has on you and they're going to have a problem with it. It's the spirits in the people. It ain't the people. So we got to get off our high horse and we got to start serving the Messiah how he said. Every week, the Sabbath. Friday, sundown, Saturday, sundown. He told you from even to even. That means Friday sundown to Saturday sundown. That's one day. If you can go all these places in the world, you can sacrifice yourself to seek God on the Sabbath. Stop serving this pagan worship. Christmas and the Messiah ain't got nothing to do with it. He don't have nothing to do with Christmas. He don't deal with Christmas. He despises Christmas. He don't like Christmas. So we don't like Christmas. Stop saying this for the kids, because God don't deal with emotions. He don't really care about the kids when it comes to pagan worship. When it comes to celebrating Halloween, all those pagan worship, every holiday has a pagan worship behind it. So I'm telling you, you have to stop. You have to get to know God for yourself. Stop this mess. Because when he come back, the slain of the Lord is going to be many. He is coming here to take his kingdom back. He wants to be here with us. The slain of the Lord going to be many. He is going to be in white. He's going to be on a horse. And it's going to be, the sword going to be dipped in blood. He coming back. And when I say the wicked will be rewarded, they will be rewarded. And that's not in a good way. The people in the pulpit who lying, who stealing money, who doing all the things that God tell you not to. He gave you this gift and using it for bad. Lying to the members. These men who in church touching little boys and touching little girls, who are molesting kids. He coming back for you. The wicked. He told you, I son a Hebrew, Cleopatra I son of you. But you didn't hearken your heart. So guess what? Get away from me, you worker of iniquity. I never knew you. You didn't cast, I cast out people, demons in your names. You wasn't talking to me. You wasn't working for me. You was working for somebody else. So stop this Sunday worship, y'all. If we get caught up old holidays and you want to spend time with your family, stop it. Go knock on your mama door another day. Go spend time with your brother another day. This is pagan worship at its highest. Paganness. Rome has us in a mind twist. Roman Christianity, this is not what God intended us to celebrate. We are Hebrew Israelites. Jesus was dark skinned. He was not white. He was not Gentile. Moses was not Gentile. The people who walked on this earth in Bible times were black. We come from black, dark people. Once we start knowing that, and once we start accepting that, then you can get off of fighting. And the disrespect of God in the Bible that's why slavery came upon us. Stop blaming the Gentiles for everything. Our ancestors had a choice. They chose wrong. They had choice. God told them, you are the apple of my eye. He loved Israel. But they were disrespectful. So he said, these curses will come upon you. You will have to deal with a lot. A lot. You're going to have to borrow money from people. You're going to have to see your wives with other men. You're going to have to see your kids taken away. You're going to be beat. You're going to work hard now. I tried to give it to you easy, but you didn't want it. And that goes to the Hebrews, like y'all fighting over this Popeye sandwich. A Popeye sandwich. A sandwich that God made. He ordained the chickens. He made the chickens so you can have the Popeye sandwich. It ain't about Popeyes. It's about the people, the Hebrews, fight and killing people over a sandwich. When it's people overseas that don't even have food. You're supposed to worry about supporting your brother and your sister. You see somebody struggling, give them some money out your pocket. Don't worry about how you're going to get it back. Give them the money. Because God tells you to take care of the fatherless, the widow, the Levite. I don't understand it. You so involved in these designers and spending all this money, but you can't take that with you. Once you close your eyes and once you sleep, because we're not going to heaven. He coming here. Once you sleep, you can't take the cars, you can't take the clothes, you can't take the status. Get off your high horses. I am a Hebrew. I am Cleopatra, Torelio. I am nothing of this world. The world can't give me nothing. I am changed. I am favored. I am blessed. It's so much blessings coming my way. And I'm not bragging and boasting, so I don't have to say what I'm blessed. Unless the Messiah want me to tell you. But let's just tell you, like, this year is so much bigger and better than last year. And I'm getting more better. Like, he has blessed me with my business. I'm meeting so many people of him. He's putting me in rooms of people of likeness. And I'm doing well. And when I tell you, excuse me, that I'm doing so great, because I chose to stand with my husband. In the beginning, I didn't know. I was hurt. I was lost. But then God, he calmed me and he centered me. So you have to stop this fornication. Get married. You done had 2 kids with somebody, or 1, 2, whatever. Get married. Ask God, if this person for me, or he for me, she for me, allow us to get married. Stop fornicating. It's not right. And stop being married to someone you know that you were supposed to be married to. You broke up a marriage. Now you in the marriage, and now you gotta worry about if he or she's gonna cheat on you. My grandma always said, how you get a man is how you lose him. So you can't get mad when that person stepped out on you because you broke up a marriage. You are an adulterous woman, an adulterous man. Stay away from married people. Stay away from, committing acts that are not unnatural. Homosexuality, you don't post it. Woman, no. Man to man, no. I don't celebrate that because it's unnatural. When God made you a woman, he made you a woman for a reason. He took his time to craft you. You're not going to no doctor and saying that I want to be a male when I was born a female. You're not going to a doctor and say I want to be a woman when you was a male. You will never be a woman if you were born a male. You will never be if you were born a woman, you will never be a male. We come from men. So I love every part of me. I'm not changing anything about me. That is a spirit. Homosexuality is a spirit. And you got to pray against it. And it's my first time talking about it, but it's been on my heart. Like, we have to start leading the kids down the wrong way. I even tell my kids, no. It's not your decision. It's the Lord's decision. 33 years of life, I've never looked at a woman. Women looked at me, but oh no, I'm not into that. I love what God is telling me love, and that's the man. And I pray for the people who have did that, who marriages have been broken up because they want to be with the opposite, they want to be with the same sex, and they broke their marriage up for it. It's wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong. And I'm not accepting it. I'm not going to promote it. I've been quiet for too long, and God has given me a voice. He has given me a platform, and I'm going to spread his gospel. The Old Testament has not been done away with. We have not been waived where we can eat pork, where we can seafood, crab, lobster, shrimp. He tell you not to touch it. If it don't have scales and fins, don't consume it. That means shrimp, lobster, crab, catfish, oysters, all that. We cannot consume that. Pork, we cannot. It has not been forgiven. So when you're in the Bible, you have to put precept upon precept, line upon line. Precept upon precept, line upon line. You have to put all that. You have to go into every scripture and piece things together. He's not going to make it to where it's going to be easy for you. He wants you to work for it. Because it's more worth it than that. So stop celebrating this pagan worship. And I'm going to be doing more videos on it. Because I'm not pleased with the Hebrews eating turkey, stuffing their faces on these pagan holidays. That's the only time you're happy. That's the only time you want to be around your family. No, that's not right. Pick another day. That's the only time your marriage is working around the holidays. Then you got more work to do. That's the only time you love your mother. You got more work to do. We are Hebrews. This is a direct disrespect to God. He didn't intend us to celebrate this. Stop being so worldly. Stop being playing, the harlot for these other gods. Stop wearing crosses. Stop wearing, grave images. We don't know how Jesus looked. They tell you, describe you, his skin was dark. His feet looked like it came out of a furnace. So that means he was dark. So that means darker people are Hebrews, becoming all shades. Like me. My dad was biracial. My mom is black and Indian. I'm Native American. So I'm a mixture of things. But at the end of the day, he opened my eyes. So I am special to him. And now I want to open your eyes. I want you to know that we are healed by his stripes that he took that day. The pain he took. The vinegar he drank. He could have just called his daddy and like, I don't want to do this. Forget these people. But he said, I got to do this. This is prophecy. I got to. I got to save them. If Jesus came down from the heavens and saved us, we can worship on the right days. We can stop celebrating these pagan holidays. Please, stop it. Stop. Because when he come back, he give you a certain time to get your house in order. And if it's not in order, you go into the lake of fire. And the people that make it to the first resurrection, make it through. We're going to be gods on the side of the God. Him, G-O-D, and then you have the Son. So at the end of the 8th day, he's going to turn over a perfect kingdom, and he's going to be subjected to his Father. So we have to do what's best for us. And that means what's best for us is Jesus. We can't, do everything that everyone does. Like, why are we celebrating the same pagan holidays on the same day every year? That's not right. This is the Roman Christianity calendar. This is not the Hebrew calendar. This is not about Jesus' calendar. The first day is Sunday. The first day is not Monday. This is the second day of the week. And the 7th day is Saturday. So we have to get right with God. We have to get right with him. Because he's the only one who can heal us. He's the only one who can make it right. And I'm serving him the right ways. I'm not serving him the wrong way anymore. I'm not doing what everybody else doing. I'm not putting no tree in my house. I'm not wrapping no presents. I'm not worshiping no pagan Rome. No more. So I say to you that I love you, and I want you to do things of God. I love all you, everyone. But we have to stop this pagan worship. You have to stop committing sins. Homosexuality, we got to stop it. We have to stop the pagan worship, the pagan holidays. Get right with God. Seek him. Seek him diligently. Seek him. And he'll let you know. He said, I sent 2 Hebrews, but you didn't hearken your heart. So get away from me, worker of iniquity. He don't deal with evil, period, in his people. We have to have a clean mind, clean heart. We have to. We got to stop this. Love thy brother. Love thy neighbor. Get you a wife. Get you a husband. Get right with the people you wronged. Pray for them. Pray for the ones that you never wronged, but they just don't like you. Because they see God's spirit and his favor in you. And the hedge around you. The spirits. Get right with him. Seek him. This world is rooted in the wrong way. They celebrate evil and they call it good. And they call good evil. It's twisted. But I'm in favor. I'm highly favored. I am lifted with the God of Jacob, Isaac, and Abraham. And I say that I love you, Hebrew Israelites. We're in captivity. We're broken. But I've been gracefully broken in the Lord. And keep your head up. The Messiah will return. And we'll be out of this cage. But he died for us, so shall we die in his name. Don't know the day, don't know the hour. But whenever your time is, it's between you and God. So serve him. Stop serving this pagan worship. This week I'll be doing videos, and I want to give a shout out to my Pastor Johnson in Fort Lauderdale. He's been doing amazing things. If you need any guidance, go to Pastor Johnson on YouTube. If you need guidance, go to Pastor Bowie, IOG. He has several churches, several cities. There's several churches that speak the truth as well. The Hebrew churches, Israelites. So Bethel House of God in Fort Lauderdale. We have IOG that's in Chicago, Baton Rouge. They're in I want to say they're in Carolina as well. They're all over. And Pastor Bowie's a phenomenal pastor. He is the truth. He's a brother. He's a Hebrew Israelite. He speaks and walks in God. Pastor Johnson speaks and walks in God. They have led me, my husband, myself, and my children to another path, another way. They have did what God intended us to do, is teach the Gentiles, teach the fathers, the widow, teach everyone who don't know. We are leaders. It's gonna be okay. Our ancestors didn't get it right, but us as the people of the book, the people of the Bible, 2019, we getting it right. And I serve him. I don't serve the world. I love him. I don't love the world. I love my family. I love my extended family. And I'm here for you whenever you need to talk. But come on. It's time. It's time. God say, if you love me, keep my commandments. Follow my laws, my statutes. And you will be blessed in the city, and you'll be blessed in the field. So I stand, and I got you. I got you. I know. I've been there before. But we Hebrews. We Hebrews. That means this. We are of him. We are the people. And I love you. And I want you to do well on this Monday. This has been Queen Cleo. I know I ran over like some minutes, but I had to get this out. And I'll be praying for you. The Messiah loves you. Come on. Peace.